Welcome back to Jola's Garage. Today I'm going to work on the safari car. I got some seats and a roll bar that need to go in that car, so stay tuned. Pig, be nice to that box. So check this out. Look at those seats. Woo-wee! Man, they came out good. I don't know if you guys remember what those looked like when I took them out of the other car. Look at that. The stitching, everything came out really nice on both of them. And then the roll bar you guys have seen, I've made videos with that roll bar in it before. So now it's time to start taking the interior of this car apart and get these guys put in. I also have to see where else on the car I'm going to use this material. I know on the back piece here, on the back part there, on the back rest of the seat, the back seats, I'm going to do that and possibly tie in a couple little spots in the front. But man, those look good. Meanwhile, I have this savage beast here tearing up a box because that's what she does. She tears up boxes. Right, Piggy? Other than that, I haven't really done much else with the car. I did take it off-roading a little bit. You can see a little bit of mud there. I'm pretty sure I made a video about the last time when I washed it, when I was going to put the light pot, when I was going to install the light pot on there. So it's not anywhere near as dirty as I want it to be, but at least it got some mud on it. I took it on a motocross track, and that was a lot of fun, let me tell you. Never driven a car on a motocross track, much less a Porsche 911. I was told it was the hit of the show. So I've shown this before. These seats are not good. You can see this thing here. It's just somebody did a crappy job recovering those seats. So I'm gonna get them out of here. And then what I was thinking of with that same material, do this panel back here. I'll leave the back, brown, but this one here, just to give it an accent to match with the inserts of the other seats, I'll do those. And then the upholstery guy told me he could possibly put like this section here only in the same material, which doesn't sound like a bad idea to me. And then I was possibly thinking of doing the knee bars or knee guards or whatever you call the knee pads in that same material. I haven't quite committed to that one yet, but the option is there. And yeah, I can't wait to get these. I say I hate, I don't know if the word hate is the right word, but I can't stand those seats. They're not supportive, they look like crap, and honestly, they bring the car down. So they gotta go. Always remember, vote for Pedro. Mr. Cafecito. But first things first, I need to move this car over this way a little bit. So I need to back these cars out of here and give me a little bit of space on this side so that I can open that passenger door so that I have good access to those seats. So now that I have my work clothes on, as you can see, time to get those seats out of there. I need to pull the front seats, the rear seats, etc. They all need to come out of the car. All right, so first things first, these seats got to come out. They are held on with 4 10-millimeter bolts, which are not supposed to be 10 millimeters. They're supposed to be Allen head screws. But, you know, you leave it to someone else to not do it properly. I don't even know how I'm going to get this thing out of here, to be honest with you, because I have no space to get the little wrench in there to get that screw out. So that's going to be a whole other mission. So let me work on that. One seat down, one seat to go. Next, I want to get this panel off here because I'm going to cover this panel in the same cloth as the seats. So I'm going to get this rear shelf or whatever you want to call this thing out of here. I got to get these seats out of here. This one's broken anyway. I don't know if you can see that, but this one's broken. And nobody's going to sit back there. So what do I need back seats for, right? And look who came to pay a visit, huh? What's up, mama? Sit down. Sit. Fist bump. Fist bump. All right. Yeah. Oh, mamacita. She's a little doggy. Where's your new toy? I got you a new toy today. Where is it? You got to go get it. So check it out. I got her this tire thingy here with a rope. So now she just has to figure out, I mean, the rope part she's got, but I want her to chew on that tire. There she goes. See ya. And there we go. Got it all out. So I have it over here. I'm going to clean it up, get all the dust off of it, get this, you know, mud off of it and stuff, and go ahead and cover it. I'm not going to put all the little lines and everything. I'm just going to cover it with a solid piece of fabric that matches that. So here's where I'm at. I got the piece that goes down, this piece here. I took it off. It was full of staples and glue and whatnot, so I got it off. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue the piece of fabric along this seam on the bottom here and then fold it over. So what I can do then is I can staple this piece back to this board. Maybe not with so many staples as they used before, but you know, put some staples there, and then fold this over it, and then tuck it in underneath. I think that's going to be my best, my easiest solution, because this thing, as you can see already in the back, it already has a million staples and whatnot. It's nothing pretty about it, but I think once it gets covered with this guy, it will definitely look much better. So as always, nothing can ever be as simple as you would want. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This roll bar came out of a non-sunroof car. A non-sunroof car doesn't have all the crap here for a sunroof. So that means that this bar is too long, and it's just not letting me get this thing back far enough. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to cut the feet on both sides here and there, position it in the back mounting point. See, that has to go there. Same here. This one here has to go there. And once it's in place, then I can pivot the bar and see how much distance I need here. I'm going to have to cut it and then weld it. Yeah, I'm not happy about having to take the Sawzall to this thing, but I have to do it. There's no other choice. Okay, so it's the next day now. I've given a little bit of thought as to how I'm going to proceed with this. So here's where I'm at. First thing I'm going to do is get the vacuum cleaner and clean all of this up, just vacuum it all. Then I'll hit it with some 409 all-purpose cleaner Just try to get any grime off of that carpet. Let it come out as nice as I can possibly get it. Step 2 is going to be to cut the roll bar here and on the other side. And then install it. Not install it, but see if it'll work. Okay, number 3, in regards to this guy. So what I'm going to do, I brought the staple gun from home. I'm going to staple the material here and on the other corner and in the middle. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a couple of little slits into this thing and put some screws through here, which will then also go through here to hold this together. I was thinking, because it was put on there with staples. I'll try the staple gun, but I doubt that's going to work. So I'm going to put screws through it, and then what I'll do is I'll fold the material over, and and then I'll staple that to the back of this, just like somebody else has done before me. And we'll see. I think it's going to come out really nice, but time will tell. So what I'm going to do is measure this across is 43.5. So at 21 3/4, I have my midway point right there. Then I'm going to go with the center here. I'm going to put that right on the spot, centered. And now I need to grab the staple gun. This has been a real pain in the butt working with these 2 separate pieces. But what I'm going to do, okay, so I already got the 3 screws in here. I'm going to put this where it's supposed to go, which is about, I think it came out okay. It's going to look even nicer inside the car. Check that out. I think it looks okay. Listen, I'm no upholstery guy, but I think they came out all right. That line is not perfectly straight, but then again, neither is the piece of the cardboard or whatever you want to call that. It's not straight either. So anyway, whatever. It is what it is. With the roll bar and the seats, it's going to look really, really nice. Now that that is done, next thing that needs to happen is this roll bar needs to go in. So I'm going to go ahead and cut here and there like I've already shown you. I'm going to go get the Sawzall. And hopefully I only need to cut it once. So now that I cut those feet off, let me try to get it inside the car and see if I can get this to work. So my next step here is to cut the bottom piece by that much, almost an inch, I would say. I don't know how well you can see that there. I have to hold it with my hand, so I can't really, you know, have roll bar with one hand, camera with the other. So anyway, yeah, about, I'd say 3/4 of an inch. Same goes for the other side over there. And then I can, I'll have to weld it and bolt it to the floor. But up here you can see how that fits there, and same on the other side. All right, so now I need to take the wheel off here. I need to put a grinding wheel on there. I need to shave down some material on both of these legs. That's how much I took off, but I have more to go. It's not fitting yet, so I got to cut some more of that. But I'm going to do it with a grinding wheel instead of with a cutting wheel. So let's continue on. I got the seats ready to go in. I got the brackets spaced out so that they fit the rails of the car. I got the back panel done, and I also did this. Check this out. Look what I did to the dash. I think it came out really nice. So the next step right now is going to be to take everything out of the car. I got a bunch of stuff there in the floor, tools and stuff, so I got to take all that out. I need to give that carpet a good cleaning so I can get the roll bar installed in there. Let me show you the roll bar. As you guys saw before, I had to cut this, so I got it welded and I painted it. I left a good chunk of meat there from the weld just to keep it strong. But I don't know, it's okay. It'll work if it's perfect. I'm gonna have to drill some holes in the floor for the roll bar as well as for the harness, for the center harness, the lap one. I'm not crazy about that, but I'm gonna have to drill a hole in the floor for that also. Here's another angle at the dash, the under dash, the knee pads or whatever they call those things. I think they came out really cool. I'm happy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the vacuum, clean all this out. These guys I can all take out later, you know, and clean them really well. All these rugs, they all come out. So, but the center console is kind of a pain in the butt because I got to get the shifter console out, and that's kind of a pain. So I'll do all the rest all along there. I'll do these fronts here, and these guys I'll just get them vacuumed out, and then I'll give them a good scrub after the fact. These are easy, these come out. So. Next up is the seat belts. This is going to be a side belt. So basically, I'm going to attach them to the factory seat belt holes. I already figured out the bolt will fit through there. Where is that thing? Right through there with a washer, it'll hold it nice and tight. And then I have to drill a hole in the floor for this guy, for the lap belt. I hate drilling holes in the floor, but I gotta do it. And then I have to do the same thing on the other side. On the other side, I'm gonna have to do it over here behind the Lambda computer there. So I'm gonna have to drill a hole right there. X marks the spot. All right, I got the seat belts in. Let me show you here. So I bolted this one directly to the seat belt hole. I drilled a hole there in the floor and attached it there. I did the same thing over here with the seat belt bolts. I had to put this on the inside. I had to cut a slit there. I did the same thing over there and also drilled a hole right there. And that's it, they're in. I guess the roll bar is next. Now I need to mark and drill those holes. And that'll be it. Roll bar will be in. I'll put the harnesses in the back here, there and there, and the seats can go in next. Before I bolt those to the floor and drill the holes, I'm going to leave it like that. This roll bar is pretty firmly in place, just held on by the rear screws. So I'm gonna leave it like that. I see that I have a little bit of clearance issues here with the seat. So before I commit to drilling holes in the floor, I'm going to go ahead and bolt the seat in like that and probably drive the car like that and see how it is. I would prefer the seat go a little lower, but it will not go any lower due to the position of the sliders there. So, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it like that for now. If not, my other option is to use this harness bar that I have here. This attaches to the B pillar here where the seat belts go, and that way it won't interfere with the the seat and everything. I'm gonna leave it like that for now. I'll drive it like that. Again, if someone shorter than myself buys this car, it's not gonna be a problem. Lengthwise for my legs, I'm okay. It's just back here, I see it's kind of tight. So let's see what happens. So look at that. Man, that looks good. Roll bar issue aside, I think I might be able to live with it. Again, I'm gonna hold off on bolting it to the bottom there, but I can live with that. It's coming together really nicely. Let me get the other side in to get the full effect. Those seats are beautiful. So I decided I'm gonna go ahead and leave that roll bar in there, and I am going to go ahead and drill these guys in and bolt it to the floor. It's not too bad. I think I'm abnormally large, so to somebody else who's shorter than me, which is most people, I think it's gonna be just fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and bolt it. Besides, worst case, you can always cut this one a little bit down there towards the bottom and reattach it and get a little bit of, you get that roll bar to recline back a little bit, and that will definitely give you some more clearance. I got the other seat in, I got all the harnesses in and adjusted and everything. And let me tell you, it looks awesome. And with the knee pad and everything, the carpet's all nice and clean. I'm really happy with the way it came out. Oh, and I did one more little project that was not really intended for today, but I got it done. And that is a prop rod. So what happens is, with the weight, the additional weight of the light pod and everything, the hood shocks don't quite hold it up. So I put this prop rod here to hold it up. Very simple, little contraption here, just a pole. I put a little rubber foot on it. I bolted it here to the chassis. This is loose, this has play. So basically I put a nut, a washer, the rod, a washer, and the bolt. And then on the back side, through that hole there, I don't know if you can see that, I put another nut to attach it to the chassis. So that stays there permanently. I don't ever have to worry about this bonnet coming down on my head. And then, very simple, it just drops down there, it sits right there, and the bonnet closes. Couldn't be any simpler. So that pretty much wraps up this video on the interior of the Safari car. I think it came out great. I love the way the brown looks with the blue and the tan, and the black contrast and everything. I think it looks awesome. I'm also really happy with the way these knee pads came out. I've never done this before. Basically, I took them out. I didn't film that, but it was two 8mm screw nuts in the back, And then with the staple gun, I just pulled it nice and tight and stapled it to the back and put it back on. Super easy. A lot easier actually than I thought it was going to be. I don't know what else I'm going to do with this car yet, what the next project is going to be. I'm going to have to think about that. But for now, I'm just going to drive it, I guess. Eventually, I got to put it for sale. But in the meantime, I will go ahead and enjoy it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video of the interior restoration of this car. I've been waiting a long time to do this, actually. This has been something that's been weighing on me, not only because I hated the old seats that I had in this thing, the original seats, but also because I had these seats, the roll bar, and just all kinds of parts scattered around here in the shop. You know, I don't really have a lot of space here. So when I got parts that are, you know, big parts like this, just kind of sitting around, they get in the way. So the harnesses are in, everything is just pretty much done. I still need to bolt these guys, the roll bar. I'll bolt that. I don't need to film that. It's just 3 bolts on each side. Super easy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until the next one, there'll be another one. I ordered a new roof rack too. Not the actual basket, but the mounting system, because the one I had bought before was crap. So I bought a new one, the one that actually clamps onto the gutters to hold nice and strong. I can put the spare tire back up there. And I think that's pretty much it for this car. But again, I hope you enjoyed the video. Follow me on Instagram, Drola's Garage, or Drola964, either one. But Drola's Garage, just go for that one. And until the next one, thanks for watching.